24h sur 24, 7 jours sur 7. Radio Grand Lac, à Aix-les-Bains et autour du lac du Bourget, votre radio.
Your English Weekly. Your English Weekly. La chronique 100% en anglais de Radio Grand Lac avec Sinead.
Bonjour à tous ceux qui écoutent Radio Grand Lac 92.1 et bienvenue à l'émission Your English Weekly. Donc, je suis Sinead Dupont, professeure d'anglais. L'objectif de cette émission, stimuler la langue anglaise et l'expression anglaise. Chaque semaine, vous découvrez soit un article, soit une histoire inspirée d'un élève ou d'une étudiante de Your English Workshop. Et aujourd'hui, nous avons une étudiante. Cette émission est aujourd'hui sponsorisée par Your English Workshop, qui est un centre de formation pour l'apprentissage de l'anglais pour les adultes et les enfants certifiés Calliope. Pour les ados qui souhaitent partir à l'étranger en Irlande, pour les cours d'immersion cet été linguistique, j'organise une réunion ce samedi, le 6 mai, à 14h à le revoir. Donc, je répète, à 14h à le revoir, le 6 mai, j'organise une réunion pour ceux qui souhaitent envoyer leurs enfants en immersion linguistique en Irlande. N'hésitez pas de partager cette information avec vos amis. Restez à l'écoute dans les 15 prochaines minutes pour notre expression de la semaine et notre conversation en anglais avec Pascale Orcellet. La leçon de cette semaine est de niveau B1. Hi and welcome back to Your English Weekly today. Today I have a student, Pascale Orcellet, who will be giving us a new lesson about motorbiking. Our lesson today is a B1 level, so don't hesitate to ask for the script if you find this difficult to understand. Hi, Pascale.
Hi, Sinead. Hi, everyone.
Thanks, Pascale, for coming today. Could you introduce yourself to our audience before we start?
All right. My name is Pascale. I'm 52 years old and I have had a motorbike. Unfortunately, I stopped when I met my husband, and I made the choice of a family life. Today the children are grown up, and I would like to buy another motorbike next year. But now I'm going to give you today's lesson about motorbiking.
Oh, hey.
Because it's my passion.
That's what you told me earlier. Thank you so much today for coming, Pascale. You must know that Pascale is learning English with us and comes to lessons in Aix-les-Bains. So, well done. So, Pascale, this week we have an expression which is you drive me around the bend, because we have bends on the road. When we're driving our motorbike, we often come across bends. So, you drive me around the bend. Have you ever heard of this expression before?
No, Sinead. I never heard, and I don't know, absolutely know
anything
this expression.
About this expression. Well, listeners, stay tuned until the end and I will tell you what driving me around the bend means. Now, before we start our lesson about motorbikes or motorcycles, could you give our listeners some vocabulary? Now, the first word, listeners, are you ready to write down the words? Here we are. The first word Pascale will explain is classified. What does classified mean, Pascale?
Arranged in classes or categories.
Yeah, to be in categories. Good work. An upright position. What does that mean, an upright position?
It's when you are standing on the motorbike.
Conventionally. You will hear the word conventionally today. What does that mean?
It's in a way that is based on what is traditionally done or believed.
Okay, and off-road. What does that mean, off-road?
Off-road is away from the road.
And then you're going to hear, listeners, rough ground. R-O-U-G-H, rough ground. What does that mean?
Highly fragmented or cave rock formations.
So it's a road that has rocks or stones or gravel on it. Good work. What is the blood bank?
A blood bank collects different categories of blood and distributes when needed.
Okay, and then you're going to hear dog poo. What is poo?
It's excrement.
Yes. Okay. Outings. What is an outing?
It's like a trip or an excursion.
Okay. And then we're going to hear the word clan. What does clan mean?
Clan, a group of people with the same passion.
Okay. Standing still. The verb to stand, and then standing still.
Remain in place, remain fixed or immobile.
Yeah, without moving. Good work. Overtaking. What does it mean to overtake?
It's when you go from behind and pass a vehicle traveling in the same direction.
Yeah, so it's when you go from behind to in front of another vehicle. Overtaking. Adequate. What does adequate mean?
It means something appropriated, well adapted.
Good work. Fantastic. Okay, Pascale, do you want to read the lesson today about motorbiking? And I know which is your passion, so off you go.
Thank you, Sinead. I'm going to speak about motorbiking and my passion for the subject. There are 6 main types of motorcycles: standard, cruiser, touring, sports, off-road, and dual purpose. These motorbikes are classified based on their characteristics and usage. The standard motorbike. This is a bike which is commonly used for commuting and on the road. It's the most popular. The cruiser. This has its name because of the riding position. Usually, the feet are placed upwards. You can think of the Harley Davidson, for example. The touring bike.
No, the touring.
The touring bike. For doing long distances with an upright position and commonly used for visiting places. For example, the Goldwyn. The sports bike. Sport bikes are like road bikes but emphasize speed and acceleration instead of comfort. Off-road motorcycles are also known as dirt bikes or scramblers, specially designed for off-road use. This refers to driving on surfaces that are not conventionally roads, often created naturally, such as sand or gravel. Dual-purpose motorcycles. These bikes are on-off-road motorcycles or adventure motorcycles. They are lighter than standard bikes and usually they have LED lights, mirrors, and signals, allowing good suspension travel for rough ground and street usage. Some motorcycles are specially adapted for specific job functions, such as those used by ambulance services like the blood bank. They are called blankers, the people who travel from hospital to hospital, and military services like the gendarmerie in France, who chase cars and protect the people on the roads. We have jobs that also use motorbikes, such as delivery services. Think of pizzas, for example. There was even the motocrotte bike used in Paris to collect dog poo with a vacuum system.
Yeah, the motocrotte bike, incredible, invented in Paris.
What do we call someone who is a fan? Who is a fan of motorbikes and uses them very often? We call them bikers, and they are usually part of a motorcycle club and do regular outings. The motorcycle is also a state of mind, and this idea of belonging to a clan that often recognizes and greets each other with hand signals. How do we know if we are a serious bikers or whether being balanced while standing still on a bike is impossible? So you must keep moving. That is why sometimes the life of a biker is living the moving statement. Never stuck or tied down, always in a state of departure and arrival. This is a serious biker. Motorcycling is for all ages. Of course, the purpose are a little different depending on the age. Some more mature people prefer going on long distance with a touring bike for traveling or going on a cruising tour with their Harley Davidson like. For example, Route 66 in America. Some people prefer motocrossing on dirt tracks, or perhaps others love the speed and competition. Then they would go to a track and do laps with a sports bike. Spring is here, and with the sun, people are returning to go on biking outings. But you have to keep in mind that speed can be a problem. Who hasn't dreamed of freedom when we see a motorbike overtaking us? Nothing feels quite like finding the perfect bike that suits you. As the weather continues to warm up, more people are choosing to ride a motorcycle for the first time. This is great, but when you are a new rider, there are things to remember in order to help keep you and everybody else on the road safe. I have prepared a list of the basic things you need to keep in mind. Never ride without your motorcycle's license. Always wear an adequate helmet. Check your back before you ride. Obey traffic laws and be aware of other vehicles. Are you ready to fly off? It's time to go.
Ah, well done, Pascale. All of those words that people have learned, and all the time you spent preparing this lesson today. Well done,
Thank you, Sinead.
Oh, no, it's wonderful. Tell us, Pascale, you're a fan of motorbikes because you've told me this already. What type of motorbike do you have today?
Today I haven't any motorbikes, but I'm decided to buy another motorbikes next year.
And what type of motorbike would you like to get next year?
I think it will be a touring bike because I'm older now.
So you want to go on something like the Goldwing, like you said?
Maybe smaller.
Maybe smaller than that. Okay. And how old were you when you started to learn to motorbike?
23 years
Okay.
old.
So you passed your license when you were 23 years old?
Yes, when I went in Aix-les-Bains and I started to work, I decided to keep my money and buy a bike. It was my dream.
Because back then, that's a few years ago, so back then at that time, it was not very common for women to drive motorbikes.
We can see today more
people,
women
who drive motorbikes. Yes, there's more and more women. Well, anyway, there we are. Thank you for all of that, Pascale. So let's go back to our expression. Now, Pascale, drive me around the bend, which means to make somebody crazy or angry or tired. I'm thinking of Jerome, who will be coming here soon with Digi Mataphone tonight, and he drives people around the bend. He goes crazy. So, fantastic. Well, listeners, that's all that we have today from us at Your English Weekly. But if you wish to listen to this podcast again, don't hesitate to find us on Radio Grand Lac, 92.1, Your English Weekly. And remember to go onto the website and check yourenglishworkshop.com for the latest happenings. Also, you will see our Facebook page with the expression of the week. And I wish you a wonderful week. I'll be back again next week with a special guest for the coroning of Charles III. So I wish you all a wonderful week, as I said earlier. And stay tuned with Radio Grand Lac today, because at 2:00 you have Joe with le jeu de mouvement, le GE, le jeu de mouvement. Then you have Jean-Pierre, 1 hour, 1 commune at 5:15 with Grésy-sur-Aix. And at 6:15 tonight, you have Jérôme. Let's go crazy, let's go nuts, with DJ Mataphone. So many things coming on Radio Grand Lac today, so stay tuned. That's all from us today. Bye to you from us at you.
Your English Weekly. Your English Weekly. La chronique 100% en anglais de Radio Grand Lac avec Sinead.
Radio Grand Lac.